So I got this terracotta pot in Bunnings. It's a nice size, but what I'd like to do, I've seen some pots where they do fairy gardens and some lovely arrangements with succulents where they have kind of like a break in them, like a breakage. Now I'm not sure about the best way to do this. So what I've done, I've got a big metal nail, I guess it is. It's so big, but I think it is actually a metal nail. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually try and scrape the line that I want. And then I'm going to try taping it off with some masking tape and then very gently see if I can hammer the pieces out. So I don't know if it'll work or not, but let's give it a go. All right, wish me luck. Now I won't be expecting it to come off in one big lump. That would be very, that's not gonna happen. Let's just say that's impossible. But let's see what we can do. It doesn't matter if it breaks. I just would like a nice edge around, but let's have a look and see how it goes. It's gone in a completely different direction. Can you see that? Oh my goodness, it's making a mess. All right, let's take the tape off and just go with what's happened here. All right, that's not looking too bad, but let's see if we can get rid of these other bits just because they're marked. Look what's happened down here. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've turned it into a saucer. Look at that. Yay! And this gigantic bit here. Oh my goodness. All right, this can be spare parts. All right, let's do plan B. Okay, this is plan B. This is pot number 2. And I've got a really big bucket and I'm going to soak this for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes till the clay gets wet all the way through. And so I'm going to sit in the bucket with some warm water and soak it, and then we'll see if we can split this one a bit better. So I've put some quite warm water into the bucket, but have a look at that. The pot's a bit taller than the bucket, so I can't fill it up, and I only want to cut one part of it. So what I thought I'd do, I have an old face washer. Just going to soak that in the water till it's quite warm, and then I'm going to put it over the edge where I'm looking at probably cutting it. So I'll soak it in, but you can tell that the water, see that on the pot there? The water is soaking in and the pot's actually going a different color. So over here where it's reasonably dry, it's a lighter color, but if you go over here, the steam from the water is actually fogging up the camera, I think. But if we go over here, can you see that? When it gets wet, it changes color. Okay, so hopefully under here, yep, it's going a nice dark color. That means that the water hopefully is soaking through. So we'll leave that soaking for a while. Okay, let's do plan B. So I've got a really old ratty towel here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put the wet pot on it and wrap this around and just try with the hammer, and we'll see what happens. All right, so here's the wet pot. Let's just give it a tap and see what happens. All right, so there's a bit of a split there. So that looks okay. I think that's okay. All right, I'm not going to do anything else to it because I think that's actually going to be perfect. But that was scary, believe me. We have a little bit of a crack here. I might actually try to stick that up with some glue, but the rest of it actually looks okay. So it needs to dry. It's still quite wet, but that's not too bad. Okay, so see that crack there? I'm going to try and fill that with maybe, not sure, maybe some liquid nails or something, but I might put it on the inside so that you don't see it on the outside there. So I'll let that dry now, and then we'll hopefully be able to plant it up and use some of these other pieces to do our fairy garden.